Hello, it is 9 p.m. and welcome to the weather update. We're going to look at Nestor in a minute, but first, let's go ahead and look at the satellite for today. And actually, there was a little more sunshine than I thought in the early afternoon, like late morning, early afternoon. We had a good amount of sunshine, not too many clouds over Long Island, a lot more over New Jersey for whatever reason. But not a bad day at all. Windy, chilly, but not a bad day at all. So let's get right now to the chase here, which is Nestor, which is right here. Tropical storm Nestor. It is strengthening, and we're going to get the latest now from the National Hurricane Center on that. So maximum sustained winds are 60 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure is 999 millibars. It's located at 27.6 north or 87.6 west, and its movement is northeast at 22 miles an hour. So it's moving pretty quickly. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be making a landfall in Florida on the Panhandle. So let's go and look at let's get the latest on Nestor right now from the Hurricane Center. Let's go to the public advisory. We already said its location. And again, I'll repeat, its location is, well, we'll just read the whole thing here, the full discussion here. So at 7 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Nestor is located near latitude 27.6 north, longitude 87.6 west. Nestor is moving toward the northeast at 22 miles an hour, and this general motion is expected to continue through Saturday. A turn toward the east-northeast is expected to occur on Sunday. On the forecast track, the center of Nestor will move inland over the Florida Panhandle on Saturday morning and then move across portions of the southeastern United States later Saturday and Sunday while it becomes a post-tropical cyclone. Nestor is expected to move offshore of the coast of North Carolina into the western Atlantic by late Sunday. Maximum sustained winds near 60 miles an hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is possible later tonight before Nestor reaches the coast. Nestor is forecast to weaken after it moves inland and is expected to lose its tropical characteristics and become post-tropical on Saturday. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 140 miles, mainly to the northeast and east of the center. And the minimum central pressure is 999 millibars. That's 29.50 inches, which is a lot higher than that bomb cyclone that we dealt with a few days ago. But still, it's a tropical storm. So we're going to go, actually, before we go to the models, well, let's take a look at the, let's go back, let's go to this, and go to the graphics here to show you the track. So tropical storm warnings are in effect for the entire Florida Panhandle and part of the northern part of the Gulf Coast. Moves inland, it'll weaken significantly, then it emerges off the coast. Could re-strengthen, gain a little strength, but the good news is it does not look like it will be affecting our area, fortunately. So for that, let's go to the current storms on the tropical tidbits and take a look at some satellite imagery of Nestor, at least the loop of it. So we can look at a loop of it and take a look at the convection. See, it's relatively disorganized. You can see there's a lot of convection off to the west of the, actually, it looks like the worst of the convection is actually going to go a little further. It's going to go into this area of Florida right here. Won't be a huge wind machine probably, but it'll be a good rainmaker for sure. So that is the latest on Tropical Storm Nestor. I want to go to windy.com as well. Let's take a look at that. Go looking at windy.com, and then we'll get back to our weather. So here is Nestor here. This is windy.com. And you can see here, this is the center of it right here. And you can see we have winds on the northeastern part of it, east of 50 miles an hour. So it's pretty strong winds. It's going to cause some power outages and problems in Florida. We go to wind gusts, I'm sure it's going to go higher. Yeah, 74. You know, it's possible this thing could strengthen even further, so I'm curious about this. So we're looking at the Euro model here, so let's go ahead and move this over to tomorrow. Now this thing is moving fast. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. So before it makes landfall, will it be picking up any strength? Probably not. It might be picking up a little strength, but probably not. And then once it makes landfall, the winds, whoa, that thing is moving fast. All right, so let's look at Saturday here. The winds drop off once it makes landfall. Still some strong winds. Now let's see what happens once it emerges out over the coast. So once it gets back over the water again, let's see what happens to this thing. So we're going to see. All right, so it's emerging out over the water on Sunday. Let's go to Sunday at 10 p.m. This thing might wind up. I wouldn't be surprised if it picks up some more strength once it gets over that warm water again. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But the good news is, it does not. It does not affect our area. It stays out to sea, and you can see it sort of does become extratropical. It loses its tropical characteristics on the Euro quite a bit. They're kind of sitting there though. Tuesday, it's finally out of there. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to tropical tidbits. Where's tropical tidbits? Oh, I took it off. All right. All right. We're going to go right back to the models here. So we're going to go look at the kind of day we had today as far as the temperatures go. It was much cooler today. The winds were still up there, but not quite as much. But as you'll see in a video I took from Seacliff, still pretty rough surf on the Long Island Sound. So 51 degrees, northwest wind at 8. So the winds have dropped off. And it's actually going to be pretty chilly tonight, 41. We do have freeze and frost advisories up to our north and the west, not in our area. So let's see what we had. We had some clouds, few clouds, partly cloudy. Got up to 60 degrees. And, the winds were up a little worse earlier, so we had some gusts into the 20s. But now, not too bad. I think we're done with the high winds as far as things go. You can see the freeze and the frost advisories up to our north and west. Just curious to see what Tom's River hit today, so we can compare it to us. And Tom's River is not working. Okay. Well, let's go right to the models then, shall we? So let's take a look at Nestor. Here's Nestor. All right, so it has it getting down. This is the GFS has it getting down to 991 millibars. Then it weakens it, takes it over the Carolinas, and just to our south. On Sunday, we may get brushed with some rain, according to this. So this is the GFS track. So we may get brushed with some rain on Sunday from this. And it doesn't really intensify once it gets off there. All right. And so we'll have to keep an eye on this. And then Monday should be dry. Then we have this cold front coming through Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then should be nice weather for Wednesday and Thursday. So let's now take a closer look at our area. All right, that's the Nestor. Well, it's not really in the range of the NAM yet, so I don't think it's in the range of the NAM yet. I'll take a look at the NAM 12. I don't think it's going to go far enough out. We'll see if it does. So here comes actually it does. Okay, so here comes Nestor on the NAM. It looks like it brings it a little closer. So we may actually be dealing with some rain on Sunday from this, perhaps. It doesn't seem like it's shunting as much to the south. They were saying, oh, it was going to pass the south. We weren't going to see any rain. We might see some rain from it. We may wind up seeing some rain from this thing. Don't underestimate this thing, especially once it gets back out over the water again. It could strengthen. All right, the models, sometimes they don't pick up on that. All right, so I have to keep an eye on this. Again, let's see how much rain that the NAM is giving us on this. Because this is a change in the forecast. So let's see, total accumulated precip. It could give us another inch of rain, and maybe even a little more further south. So again, got to keep our eye on this thing. So I'll have to see what happens. I'm curious, what was the 12Z run? Was that as far south? No, that wasn't that far south either. Trying to see what happened here, because I saw Samantha Audrey on Channel 12, and she was saying, well, it's going to pass to the south. We may see a little light shower activity. So I'm curious where she got that opinion from, because these models aren't telling me that. They're saying we're going to get some good amount of rain. So I'm curious to what model she was looking at. Let's see. She was probably looking at the 12Z GFS. The 12Z kept it a little further south, and I bet you the 06Z had even further south than that. A little bit, but still had rain getting in. It still had rain getting in. So I still think we might see some rain from this. All right, we may still see some rain from this. How much? Let's see what the GFS says. Total accumulated precip. Yeah, this GFS is a lot. Well, hold on. Yeah, GFS is a lot less. GFS keeps a lot of it to the south. So she must be looking at the GFS. So the GFS and the NAM are in a disagreement. GFS says we're not going to see that much rain, whereas the NAM says we're going to see this heavier rain move further north. So that's the difference in the models. Which one will be right? We'll have a better idea. But the potential is there that we could see some wet weather Sunday. All right, winds. Let's see what kind of wind effects we're going to see from this as well. Now, the worst winds should be staying offshore according to this. But again, that's the GFS. Now let's look at the NAM, because the NAM is a little different and it's a little closer with the higher winds. So you can see the winds are a little closer, coming a little closer, maybe brushing along the Jersey coast. And we have some 40s here. So this is something that we're going to need to watch. That's all I'm going to say. Something we're going to need to watch. I'll keep my eye on it for you. We'll have a better idea tomorrow night what's going to happen. Let me look at some of the other models here, like the ICON model, and see how that has this storm here. ICON is just weak. It's a trap there. Oh, look at the ICON. It traps it there, and then oh, that's just weird. That's just weird there. Let me go to the precip. Oh boy, let me see. Go to the precip here. That could be a soaker if that solution were to verify. Let's see. And it stalls it. It kind of just weakens it and then merges it out. All right, that's kind of weird. Let me look at the RGM then. I don't think the RGM is going to go far enough out for us. Let's see if the RGM keeps it further to the south. So we have a bunch of solutions here, but again, just watch this again for later Sunday into early Monday. We're going back to GFS now, and let's go ahead and look at the temperatures. Let's see what kind of temperatures we're going to be dealing with as we head into tomorrow after a very cold night. It's going to be a cold night. You see, it's going to get down to the 40s, low 40s and 30s, possibly some frost and freeze to the north and west. Tomorrow we rebound to around the low 60s, still cool but not as much wind. For Sunday, we have that northeast flow. It's going to be raw, and it only has us in the probably struggling to get to the low to mid 50s. For a Monday, we rebound to the mid 60s, and Tuesday we see a little that cool air trying to get in, and then for Wednesday, we got another nice push of dry cool air and low 60s, and the same for Thursday as well, a little warmer on Thursday, and I'm not going to go any further than Friday here on this, so we have mid 60s. Again, we will look at the dew points to show you the moisture. So again, stays very dry air. Dew points in the mid 30s. Sunday, dew points rise a little bit in the 40s, but you can see the moisture with that tropical system right there. There it is, and that stays to the south of us. We maybe see a little moisture ahead of that cold front Tuesday night, and then back into the dry air again for Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, I'm curious about the NAM having. Well, I'm not going to look at that right. We'll look a little more at Nestor's effects on our area tomorrow night, I think. Let's go to the sky cover here and see if we can get any clear sky. So tomorrow, let's see if we can hold that cirrus off. This is the cirrus from Nestor here. Hopefully we can hold that off. We have a clear day tomorrow and a beautiful day. Sunday, we get the clouds. Monday, we may be holding on to the clouds for a little bit, and then maybe they break up by the afternoon. Clouds for Tuesday, and then we clear out Wednesday beautifully. Wednesday and Thursday could be absolutely spectacular days. And then we're back in the clouds again for the weekend. So, let's now go to the NAM as far as the clouds go with the NAM. Look at that. Let's see how we do with that. So here is the NAM. The NAM develops a little more cloudiness, then it kind of gets rid of it, but it's a little more aggressive in bringing the high cloudiness. Again, because the NAM is further north. So, again, we're going to have to see what happens in the next runs. There is the circulation. You can clearly see the circulation from Nestor right there. And, again, the NAM is much more robust in the precipitation. Here we go. Again, looking at the this circulation, and the NAM also is a deeper. Was that a deeper? Was that yeah, it does have it deeper. See, I think it could deepen when it gets off the coast. I really think it could deepen. We have to watch this thing. We have warm water offshore, and we have to watch this thing again. It looks like it brings the heaviest rain in Sunday night. So again, I'll keep you posted on Nestor. We'll have another update for you tomorrow night. Hopefully this thing isn't too bad for us, but what can I tell you? You got to expect the unexpected in this changing climate we are going through. So take care, and thank you for watching.